The announcement of the minimum wage increase should have been good news for working Jamaicans. For years, Jamaicans have complained that low minimum wage has been a problem. They argued the low minimum wage cannot buy food, can't pay rent, or even cover transportation. Now, with a pledge to double the minimum wage to $32 an hour, you would think the same voices would be cheering. But strangely, many who once demanded better wages now reject the idea, simply because it's coming from the wrong political party. This exposes a bitter truth about Jamaica. Too often, partisan loyalty matters more than survival. Too often, Jamaican people has voted against their best interest. And what even more troubling is the response from the private sector organization of Jamaica, PSOJ. Instead of supporting workers, many business leaders have lined up to protest, warning of risk to the economy. But let's be real. Who has benefited the most from low wages all these years? It's not the workers. It's the same upper class business elites now crying foul. And here's the real question. Why should the Prime Minister consult the PSOJ before giving Jamaicans a livable wage? Since when does the private sector get to decide whether ordinary Jamaicans can put food on their table? This moment has ripped the mask off. It shows just how deeply the government appears beholden to the business class. And for decades, have gotten rich, paying workers peanuts while reaping enormous profits. The minimum wage debate isn't just about money. It's about power. Who truly runs Jamaica? The people who vote or the business elites who fund campaigns and shape policy behind closed doors? The government has announced a phased approach to increasing the minimum wage. This should never have come as a surprise. The Andrew Holness-led administration has already raised the minimum wage about 5 times within the last 9 years. In 2016, the minimum wage was approximately $6,200. In 2022, the minimum wage went from $7,000 to $9,000. In 2023, the minimum wage went from $9,000 to $13,000. In 2024, the minimum wage went from $13,000 to $15,000. In 2025, the minimum wage went from $15,000 to $16,000. So why then, as this latest announcement becomes such a problem? Why are some Jamaicans responding negatively to a wage increase that is set to benefit them and their families? Part of the issue lies in political partisanship. Too many people are willing to oppose a policy simply because it comes from a party they don't support, even if it directly improves their lives. Another factor is the reaction from the business leaders and the PSOJ, who fear higher wages will cut into their profits. For decades, the private sector has benefited from cheap labor, and now they resist the idea of workers finally moving closer to a livable wage. At the heart of this debate is a deeper question. Should the livelihood of ordinary Jamaicans be dictated by political games and the interest of the business elite? Or should it be driven by fairness, dignity for the people who keep the country running?